In this video, we'll take a familiar block-based example that makes decisions and rewrite it in Python. We're focusing here on how conditional logic, the part of the code that decides when something happens, looks and behaves once you move from blocks to text-based code. The code we're going to rewrite shows a happy face on the 5x5 LED array when the light level is lowered below a threshold. Here's the block code we'll be rewriting. This code uses a forever block or infinite loop to continually clear the screen and then check to see if the light level is below a threshold. And if it is, it shows a happy face and then pauses for 100 milliseconds. You can see on the simulator that a circle's been added in the upper left portion. We can use this to try different light levels to test our code. I'm going to lower the light level below 50 and we can see that the happy face appears. Now I'm going to raise it up and it disappears. A link to this code is in the show notes. I'm writing the code in the Python editor available on the Microbit website, and a link to that editor is in the show notes as well. This is the Python work area, and the first thing I want to do is make the changes to the default code that's in the workspace when we first open it. The first two lines are a comment and a command to import the Microbit library into the code, and I'm just going to leave those two lines alone. I'll leave the next comment and the while true statement because we're using an infinite loop and while true behaves like an infinite loop. I need to display a happy face, so I want to keep the display.show line, but I want to change the heart to a happy face. To do that, I'm going to delete the word heart, and then if I re-enter the dot, I get a list of options. The entries in all capital letters represent available display constants, and I want to choose from those. As I scroll down, I see the word happy, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Next, I want to change the sleep to only pause for 100 milliseconds. And finally, I want to delete the display.scroll command. Now I'll go ahead and add in the remaining code. If we go back to the MakeCode sample, we can see that I need to add a clear screen and the if loop. The clear screen is a display function, so I'm going to type in the word display, then dot, and clear appears at the top, so I'll just click on that. Now all I have left is the if block. If I'm not sure how to add an if statement, I can go to the top of the sidebar and click on the right facing arrow, then click on the magnifying glass and enter the word if. I have 37 results, and the second entry looks like it probably will give me an example of how an if statement should look, so I'll click on that. And we have an example, and it shows us if, and then we have a comparison score less than 2, and then it has a colon afterwards, and then the next line is indented because that's how Python recognizes the lines that are in the block. So I'll go in below the clear and type in if. Now I know the next thing we want to put in here is something that determines the light level. And I know that the Microbit uses the LED array to determine the light level, so it's most likely classified under display. I'll type in display, dot, and then I see read light level as a command right here, so I'm going to click on that. Then I want a less than sign and the number 50. And then I want a colon. Now I just need to indent these two lines. And that should be it. I can test it on the simulator, and I can do that by clicking on this left-facing arrow to get the simulator back out. I'll click play, and then you can see this box on the lower right has icons, and these represent different input elements. The first one is a sun, so I'm going to assume that that is the read light level icon. If I scroll over this bar, I can see it's set at 160, so I'm just going to click on it and drag it down below 50, and the happy face appears. And I'm going to scroll back up and it disappears. So that worked. Now we can download the code by either sending it to our Microbit using Bluetooth or by attaching our Microbit to the computer using a cable and then clicking on save and saving it that way. Now I have the code downloaded to this Microbit, and when I lower the light level on it, the happy face appears. When I raise the light level, it disappears, so that works as well. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.